the leaves are falling. And that means one thing: winter is right around the corner, and hunting season is here. You guys probably realize that by all the videos that we have been putting lately in regards to the food, um, the tricks on the camping and whatnot. And there are many more to come, so stay tuned for those. But today, I want to have a one-on-one with y'all. And I want to talk to you why, or explain to you why I'm always so adamant about when it comes to hunting season and camping and staying up there. I'm always so adamant about doing it. So, as much as I love hunting, and I really love hunting, I love camping as well, I really don't have the time. And although all the knowledge is here, I'm not as sharp as I think I am. And I'm possibly can speak for everybody that's watching this video. You may think you are on top of your game, but in reality, when you get to the field, you're really not. You're rusty because you can do it every single day, and practice makes it perfect. And unfortunately, we don't practice as much as we want to. If you do, hey, rock on for you, man. There you go. Or girl. So what I'm trying to say here is, when the opportunity comes, go and do it. We often talk about SHTF. We also talk about bugging out. We also talking about, oh, I'm going to get my bug out vehicle and I'm going to go. Well, guess what? This is the time for us to practice. We dedicate a minimum of a week to go every single year. Whether it's here, whether it was in Florida, it was at least a week that we spent in the wilderness. And I got to tell you, and again, this is honest to God. This is no me lying to you or anything. The first 2 days are miserable. You got to get there. You got to set camp. Everybody's nervous because the night before nobody slept because everybody was so hyper and getting everything ready, because everything is always left for the end. Believe it or not, you always miss something. Everything is, oh my God, I forgot this. Let me go get it. And you're running your checklist, and there's something more to add. Apparently, you feel like you're moving when you go camping for a long time. Especially us, that we go to the middle of nowhere. There's no phone reception. There's no service. There's nothing. If we don't bring the stuff that we need, we don't have nothing. So keep that in mind. Now, the first 2 days. The first day we get there, I'm loading everything, equipment, whether it's ATV, now it's going to be the Argo. I'm hooking the trailer, getting everything out, the tent, the canopy for the other stuff that we sit underneath. I can't remember the name right now. The boy seems to get the booty juice all the time that we go camping. The first day or so, I don't know, maybe he's so nervous and excited that I had to run with him to the woods every half an hour or so. Mrs. Z, on the other hand, too, every 5 minutes, I gotta go pee. And it's that nervousness and it's that excitement that, it throws your body into shock. So imagine in you having fun at this time. You having fun, because any given time you can pick everything up and go back home. But you having fun. Imagine if you are dealing with an SHTF. And I'm being honest here. Your stress levels are going to go from here to way up here. When you go camping for fun, your stress level goes here. And then you have to deal with that constant your significant other, in my case, Mrs. D, peeing every 5 minutes. Last, having the booty juice. I am like chewing tobacco like it's like the cans just fly, and drinking coffee like there was no tomorrow. So you get that anxiety. So imagine if you are dealing with a stressful situation, for reals, nah, pretending. It will be way up here. I venture to say that there's going to be a lot of booty juice around all the time, and a lot of Mrs. D peeing pretty much herself. I don't know. I'm just joking here, but it's the truth. It is the truth. But to the point, we need to make a point of practicing. When we go hunting, and if we do it for a day or maybe two, realistically, that is not really extended amount of time for your body to get acclimated to your new environment. After 2 days, and this is my personal opinion, after 2 days, your body really does acclimate to your new environment. Once you're there for more than 2 days, and you don't have a cell phone that you have to be like constantly on, or you don't have to anyway, but you are. You're just focusing on your surroundings. You're focusing on the task at hand. You're focusing on the hunt. Your senses become sharpened. You don't worry much about other stuff. You worry about the present. And most of the times, we don't worry about the present. We worry about what we did and what we're going to do, but we don't worry about it now. Now, you tell me if I'm wrong. So, here's my thing. We take all the gear that we have, essentially, if we were to bug out, and that's the gear that we use for camping. We test it out. If it doesn't work, well, guess what? We got to make some changes. Some things that we had tried in the past don't work out. Then we discard that. We get something better or something that it's going to work, and we move forward. Now, I do have to tell you something. Most of the time, you get what you pay for. Meaning that if you spend $60 in a tent, that's 60 gallons of water they're going to pour in if it rains. Now, I know somebody's going to put in the comment section below, I had the tent that I got at Walmart for $20 and I had it for 20 years. Good for you. I have not had such luck. Just saying. I only talk from personal experience. I cannot speak from your experience because I'm definitely not you. So, now again, when we go, we take that equipment. We take our water. Because essentially, if I start filtering water in there, and then I have to boil the water and all of that good stuff, I'm going there with the purpose of hunting. So I take my own water too. That's something to consider. Water is really heavy. That's why we take everything in a vehicle. So keep that in mind. Now, we do have filters. Our backpacks, both of them, have the Sawyer Minis, brand new. And the reason why is because I have yet to use them. Those I have yet to use them. So that's the reason why. The ones that I have used, I have it inside the house. But those that I have in my backpack, they're new because I have not used them. So we take our boomsticks as well. And the funny thing is, last year, I came to find out that my M1A, my regular size M1A, well, guess what? It's really awesome for moose hunting, but it really sucks for bear hunting. It really sucks because it's long, and I had to be moving on the bushes and whatnot, and that barrel got stuck a couple of times, and I was like, no. So I commendated Mrs. D 3006, the Ruger 3006, and but I was missing the M1A, so I went out and I got the new one that you probably have seen, the tanker, shorter barrel, 16. Barrel is literally up to here, so it doesn't go anywhere. But yeah, those are things you have to consider. What is going to work for you? Because ultimately, it is you, the one who's putting his life on the line. For us, it is no game. I got to tell you, when we leave, our lives are on the line, and we depend on our equipment. If our equipment fails, we will be in a world hurting. No lie, this is true. Honest to God, if we don't have good equipment, that's not going to be good. So, Now, why am I always saying, go and practice your skills and stay there longer than 2 days? At 2 days mark, at that 2 day mark, that's the magic number, at least to me. Mrs. D is not peeing anymore, and last booty juice is over. And I went from chewing a can of tobacco a day to maybe a pinch a day. So now I'm like, boom, we are all that way. We are all now in our peak. We're hunting. We're doing everything that we have to do by the numbers. But if you leave before, your body never gets to that threshold that you want to be. You never get in tune with your surroundings. So keep that in mind. It's not just reading about preparedness. It's not just going for a day to quote unquote test your equipment, because in a day you do not test your equipment. I can guarantee you that. I have had equipment before that 3 or 4 days in the hunt is when they start to fail. And I was like, okay, that is not good. And you really have to put your time in. Now, I know that everybody's busy. I know that. But if you have time to vacation, you should have time to go out and train. Whether you go for a hunt, whether you go for just a camping trip, whether you go for a fishing trip, you need to put the time in, because now you can do it. But if you wait for an SHTF to happen, I guarantee you that you won't make it. Because as much as I come here and I said to you, I know what I'm doing, the first 2 days are miserable. Miserable. I am hurting all the time. I just like a chicken with his head cut off. That's why I am the first 2 days. Now, maybe for you it's different. Maybe your experience is different than mine. I go with my family everywhere. I do not leave a single member of my family behind, meaning that Mrs. D and Laz goes with me all the time. When Gizzy was alive, my dog, he will go with us. So we don't leave anybody behind. Let me know what you do. Let me know what you plan to do for this hunting season. Do you go just for 1 day? Do you camp out and just, I don't know, drive to the nearest McDonald's? Nothing wrong with that. That's your thing. That's your thing. Or do you go with just a tarp and just, rough it? I guarantee you that I would not be doing that. I can guarantee you that for a fact. I did that a few times when I was younger, and it's not fun. It was unpleasant, very unpleasant actually. I got bit by mosquitoes all over. I got snakes really close to me at night, because that was in the Everglades in Florida, and it was hot. It was uncomfortable. I don't like it. I'm not going to do it again. Plus, I don't live in Florida anymore, so that's another thing. But let me know what you do. Let me know if it's more important for you to put in the time and train at least once a year, but do it right. 3, 4, 5 days, 7 days, or is 1 day sufficient for you? Let me know, because everybody's different. To me, I need time. My body needs time to acclimate. Mrs. D needs time to acclimate, and Laz as well. Maybe y'all are different than us. So let us know in the comment section below. Definitely, we're going to be posting a lot more videos, camping related, hunting related. And obviously, when we come back from a hunt, we will get back to you with what we think, what worked, what didn't work, like we do every single year. So with that being said, like I always, rock on, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.